second graders. Today we are going to continue reviewing subtraction with regrouping. And today we're working on a special type of regrouping, which is sometimes a little trickier. We're working on subtracting across zeros. So what that means is that we have zeros in the top number. So like 100 minus 43. So let's go ahead and review how we solve something like that. So the first thing that we need to think about is that 100 is basically the same, it is the same thing as 10 tenths. So these two, 100 and 10 tenths, they are the same. So if I were to draw that, this would be my hundreds square and these would be my tens blocks. They're the exact same thing. It just depends on how I write it. So with that in mind, if I look over here and I start in my ones column, I have 0 minus 3. Now I know I cannot do that because 0 is much smaller than 3. So I need to go next door. But there's another 0. So then I need to go to the next door. Now I'm in the hundreds place. And that's why this is important. I remember 100 is the same thing as 10 tenths. Well, how many hundreds do I have here? I just have 1. So when I cross this out, I now have no hundreds left. Okay, so 100 minus 100, right? We're borrowing it from the hundreds. There's none left. However, I now have 10 tens. So now in my tens place, I'm going to write 10 for 10 tenths. Now I still need to give some to the ones. So I have 10 tens and I say, well, I can share with the ones. So if I want to give one group of 10 to the ones, now I will only have 9 tens, but I will have 10 ones. So now I do 10 minus 3, which is 7, and I do 9 minus 4, which is 5. Then when I get to my hundreds place, I see that there are 0 hundreds, so I don't have any hundreds left, and my answer is 57. Let's try another one. So here we have 200 minus 78. So I want to go over here and say, first of all, I have not enough ones, right? I can't do 0 minus 8. I can't do 0 minus 7. There's nothing for me to take here to give to the ones. So I need to go all the way to the hundreds. So when I go to the hundreds, I remember 200. Okay, I need to cross this out and I put a 1 there. But why do I put a 1 there? Well, I put a 1 there because I have 200. I'm borrowing a full 100. I'm subtracting 100 from this 2. I said, hey, I need some help, so please give me 100. So we take 1 out, okay? This is what's left. So that's where we have this 1 here. And now I need to say, well, if I took 100, what do I break that down to put it in the tens? Well, like we learned, 100 is the same thing as 10 tens. So again, I'm going to put here 10 tens. But I'm not done because I still don't have any ones. So again, I have 10 tens. I can give a group to the ones. So this needs to become 10 minus 1 is 9. And then I add 10 ones here. Now I can solve. 10 minus 8 is 2. 9 minus 7 is also 2. And I now remember I have 100 left. So 100 minus 0 hundreds is still 100. So my answer would be 122. Okay, let's try one more. So here we have 300 minus 186. So again, 0 minus 6, I can't do it. I go next door. Oops, I still can't do it, and I can't borrow from 0. That wouldn't work because I don't have anything to give. So then I need to go all the way to the next door, and now I'm in the hundreds place. Okay, so I have 300. Remember, I'm going to cross this out and put a 1? No, I'm not going to put a 1. I'm going to put, what is 300 minus 100? Exactly, it's 200. So since that is what's left, I know that I borrowed, right? This is what I borrowed. I'm going to regroup that into 10 tens because 100 is the same thing as 10 tens. And now I'm in the tens place, so we have to make it in the form of tens. Oops. There we go. Well, let's fix that. So I have 10 here. I have 10 tens, and that's this 100 that I subtracted. But I still don't have anything in the ones place. So I need to, again, borrow one group of 10. So this becomes a 9. And now that one group of 10 comes over here. And 10 minus 6 is 4. And 9 minus 8 is 1. And 2 minus 1 is 1. Or 10 ones minus 6 ones is 4 ones. 9 tens minus 8 tens is 1 10. And 200 minus 100 is 100. So my final answer would be 114. Okay, let's try one more crazy one. So now we're in the thousands place, right? I would put a comma here. This has a special significance, but I'll let you try and guess what that means. So let's try it. Can I do 0 minus 6? No, I cannot. So I gotta hop over here. I'm gonna borrow a 10. So this becomes 10. What's 10 minus 6? It is 4. Now, can I do 110 minus 9 tens? No, I cannot. So I need to go into the hundreds place. So here we have thousands and here we have hundreds. But I don't have any hundreds here. I have 0. So now I need to get crazy and I need to go into the thousands. So 2,000 minus 1,000 is 1,000. Then we regroup that into 10 hundreds. Oops. There we go. And so now I can give some to this 1. So this becomes a 9. And 1 plus 10 is 11. What's 11 minus 9? It is 2. And what's 9 minus 9? It's 0. And what's 1 minus 1? It's 0. So I have no thousands left, and I have no hundreds left. So my answer is just 24. I'll let you guess why I made you do that problem today. So I hope that this regrouping was helpful for us to remember how to do this over when we have zeros in the top number. I want you to go ahead and get on Seesaw and practice all of those questions that I have for you guys, and let me know if you have questions, and I can't wait to see your work.